Right now at 11, people living in the state's emergency shelters without a criminal background check.
That's absolutely unacceptable.
After another failure in the Right to Shelter program, Governor Healy suggests it may be time for an overhaul.
We're setting up for a snowy Saturday, arriving early in the morning. We'll look at the full timeline for this one, how much to expect in your town, and when the sun returns.
But it's not that they can return to anything. There's nothing to return to.
An Everett woman returns to her hometown of Los Angeles after nearly 20 of her relatives lost their homes in the wildfire.
And TikTok in trouble. Signs the Supreme Court may be in favor of banning the app.
Now, live on WBZ TV and streaming on CBS News Boston. This is WBZ News.
Winter white is in style this weekend. We could wake up to some snow on the front lawn tomorrow morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm David Wade.
And I'm Lisa Hughes. We're always looking ahead to the next thing in your forecast. And Chief Meteorologist Eric Fisher is tracking snow. How about that, Eric?
You know, we're missing the bigger storm that's off to the south, but enough to make it look like January again out there tomorrow. Tonight, the clouds have rolled in. The snow not reaching the ground yet around Albany. Some drier air, but some spotty snowfall just starting to reach in Pennsylvania. They'll be getting here early tomorrow morning. There's the bigger part of the storm and putting down a bunch of ice in the Carolinas and North Georgia. So a big mess down across the southern United States. Tonight, we've already hit our low temperatures for the evening, so our clouds are thickening up. And by 6 to 7 a.m., some snow should be on approach here. So we begin the day with some snow in the air. And it's kind of a snow globy day. It's not overly intense, but we'll be looking at very much a midwinter kind of Saturday. And then as we get to the evening, the last band will come down along the coast and we'll start to dry out as we head past dinner time. Most get a coating to an inch or two. There's a chance, there's some hints that we could see some localized higher amounts from Boston along the North Shore up toward Cape Ann and Newburyport. So this might be our hot spot for snow accumulation during the day tomorrow, and a little bit more likely that plows might be needed for that particular part of the state. Temperature-wise, we'll be right near the freezing mark in Boston, a little colder north and west, a little milder off to the south and east of the city. So we're talking about some snow, not huge, but enough they'll be moving around a little bit tomorrow. We'll take a look at Sunday's sunshine returning in the full forecast coming up.
It's a system that has been really taxed by the fact that we've seen waves and waves of people come to Massachusetts. I don't believe that that was the original intent of the Right to Shelter laws.
More than a year into a crisis, Governor Healy suggests it is time for lawmakers to rewrite the Right to Shelter law. Now, this could mark a major shift in policy for the Healy administration, which spent more than $1 billion last year to house homeless families, no matter where they came from. But today, the governor seemed to be weighing the idea of a new Massachusetts residency requirement. David?
And Lisa, she's battling an onslaught of criticism after it was revealed not all shelter residents were undergoing criminal background checks that she had promised. Now, the governor says she ordered the screening months ago, around the time that a man staying at a Rockland shelter was charged with sexual assault of a minor. But recently learned not everyone was getting checked. This revelation comes around the time that another man was arrested for bringing drugs and a rifle into a shelter in Revere.
I would love to say that I'm